Tonight, growing fallout from President Biden's dismal debate performance as a fifth Democratic lawmaker calls on him to step aside today, while more admit privately they're weighing doing the same.
I don't think anybody's more qualified to be president or win this race than me.
A defiant President Biden trying to restore lost confidence among lawmakers, donors, and most importantly, voters in an exclusive sit-down with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos.
Eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with.
The president addressing his performance in that debate against former President Trump.
It was a bad episode. No indication of any serious condition.
Did you ever watch the debate afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
Mr. Biden also refusing to commit to taking a cognitive test to ease voters' concerns about his mental fitness.
No one said I had to. No one said, they said I'm good. I have a cognitive test every single day. Not only am I campaigning, but I'm running the world.
The answer right now is no, you don't want to do that right now.
No, I've already done it.
President Biden downplaying recent polling.
Do you really believe you're not behind right now?
I think it's all the pollsters I talk to tell me it's a toss-up.
As a new post-debate poll of 7 battleground states shows the 2024 race remains tight, but doubts over the future of the president's candidacy are only growing.
You haven't seen the reports of discontent in the Democratic Party, House Democrats, Senate Democrats?
I've seen it from the press.
The president admitting he's spoken with at least 20 members of Congress since the debate.
None of the people said I should leave them.
But if they do?
Well, it's like, they're not going to do that.
Mr. Biden vowing nothing short of the divine would make him step aside.
If the Lord Almighty came down and said, Joe, get out of the race, I get out of the race, the Lord Almighty's not coming down.
And Allie joins us now from Wilmington, where the president is. And Allie, the public will be seeing a lot more of the president in the coming days, right?
That's right, Gotti. The president will campaign in battleground Pennsylvania tomorrow, but a major opportunity for him to change the narrative, not only with voters, but also world leaders, will be next week at the NATO summit in Washington, where he'll answer reporters' questions at a press conference. And the Biden team is hoping a smooth performance there will help right the ship. Gotti?
Allie, Raffa, thank you. And the pressure on President Biden might get more intense in the days ahead, with key Democratic leaders in the House and Senate set to hold meetings about what to do next. Julie Tsirkin covers Capitol Hill for us. And Julie, last night's interview hasn't really silenced his critics there, right?
Yeah, that's right, Gotti. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries will convene a virtual meeting with top Democrats tomorrow. It comes just as lawmakers prepare to return to the Capitol for the first time since President Biden's brutal debate performance. A source described the Sunday session unlike any other meeting. So it's likely that Biden's future as the leader of the party will be called into question. It all comes as some of Biden's allies in Congress are calling on him to exit the race. Officials tell me they expect the number to only rise 9 days after Biden faced off against Donald Trump. And it isn't just the House. High-ranking Senator Mark Warner is bringing together Democrats on Monday to decide if Biden has what it takes to beat Trump in November and carry the rest of the party to victory. Gotti?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.